Have you ever noticed how exhausting it is to keep explaining yourself? Explaining your choices, explaining your silence, explaining your growth to people who never asked you who you were becoming. Tell me, how much of your life have you spent trying to be understood instead of actually building something worth understanding? I once met a young man who came to the monastery every evening, not to meditate, but to talk. He would sit in front of me and say, "Master, my parents don't understand me. My friends don't understand me. Nobody understands me." For weeks he spoke, and for weeks I listened. One day I asked him a simple question. "Do you understand yourself?" He went silent. You see, we think the problem is that the world doesn't understand us. But the deeper truth is, we haven't built anything clear enough to be understood. So we compensate, we explain, we justify, we defend, and slowly we trade our energy for approval. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. When a tree is growing, it doesn't explain itself to the forest. It doesn't say, "I promise I'll give fruit. I promise I'll be strong. I promise I'll be worthy." It simply grows, and one day, no explanation is needed. The young man returned the next day. This time he didn't complain. He asked, "What should I do?" I told him, "Build a life that speaks so clearly you no longer feel the need to explain it." Think about it. If you're constantly explaining your goals, are you actually working on them? If you're defending your decisions, are you confident in them? If you're seeking validation, have you given yourself permission to grow? We live in a world where people want quick answers. Why are you doing this? Why did you change? Why don't you talk like before? And because silence feels uncomfortable, we rush to fill it. But silence is where real growth begins. I remember a time in my own journey when I wanted everyone to understand my path. I explained my choices. I defended my discipline. I even tried to convince others to walk with me. Do you know what happened? I became tired, not from the journey, but from the explaining. One day, my teacher said to me, "If you have to explain your path to everyone, you are not walking it deeply enough." That day, I stopped. Not speaking, not sharing, not proving, just building. And something strange happened. The same people who once questioned me started observing me. The same people who doubted me started respecting me. Not because I explained better, but because I became undeniable. Listen carefully. You don't need to announce your growth. You don't need to justify your boundaries. You don't need to explain your silence. Let your discipline speak. Let your consistency speak. Let your results whisper the truth. Because at the end of the day, people don't believe explanations. They believe evidence. So the next time you feel the urge to explain yourself, pause, ask yourself, is this helping me build or just helping me be accepted? And then choose wisely. Because your life was never meant to be explained. It was meant to be lived.